Hey everybody, it's Grant. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how actually I just bought a brand new business and how I'm going to make that business this much more profitable. We're going to talk about a lot of tips from anywhere from flyers for people to come back in the door, grassroots marketing on how we're actually going to go and find more customers to come in the store, sprucing things up and how that's going to work out, and just generally get more customers in the door. Number one thing, get the customers in the door so that way we can make more profit. So the number one thing that we're going to do is we're actually compiling a list of all of these businesses. We're going to bring them flyers, coupons, gift cards. I'm probably going to spend $10,000. Now the good news is, as an owner, I actually pay about half of that. But $10,000 gross gift cards to go pass out to all these businesses. So for example, Bank of America that's just right here, we're actually going to go over there. Say they have 50 employees. We're going to give them $500 to come in and spend in our store. So I'm going to pay $250. I am putting it all on the line to make sure that everyone around here, if they haven't been to Main Squeeze in a couple weeks or a couple months or ever, are coming in that door. Another thing we're going to do is not only going to give out actual gift cards to a bunch of businesses, we're also going to do this thing called grassroots marketing. What we're going to do is we're going to go find all these businesses, get a big old compiled list. My new general managers are doing this right now. And guess what? We are going to go give flyers, menus, coupons, a ton of things out to these other businesses so that way they have a reason to come and venture to our store. We're going to make sure that we do all of this and more. Not only that, we're going to be rocking a lot of Facebook and social media. We're going to be boosting posts. We're going to be doing so much so that way everyone in the next 3 miles, 5 miles, 20 miles knows that, man, I need to go try that Main Squeeze Juice Company over there in Katy, Texas. So that is going to be the main hub of what we're going to do as well. This one's pretty fun. So one of the simplest things that you can do, you can actually create a brand new customer flyer. This flyer needs to be bigger, badder, and better than anything else you do, except for maybe giving Bank of America $500 to come spend in my store. Not every customer needs to get that. But a new customer flyer is going to be very simple. It's going to have 4 discounts on the bottom, where it's going to be a BOGO, buy one, get one. It's going to be a free item the next time they come to the store, $2 off, and then probably a great deal on a juice cleanse for like $30 for something that has almost a $60 value. So understand, this is how you get people to not only come into your store, but to come back to your store, and that's the key. Main Squeeze has a beautiful customer retention of 96% in my Sugarland store, and then 86% is pretty much company wide, where they're coming back in the store and frequenting your store over and over and over again. It tastes great, makes healthy easier, and with a little bit of marketing, we're gonna really blow this thing up. Another thing we're gonna do, HEB actually sells the back of their receipts, so we're gonna actually put us on a $250 per month back of the receipt for HEB. It's not gonna be huge and major, rock star wins. They're not gonna be like,
oh my God, I just got my groceries for the day, let me go to Main Squeeze.
But it will be able to be seen more often. It'll be able to where they're gonna be able to come from HEB, that busy, hopping, crazy place, come over here and get them a delicious treat that's also nutritious. So that's all we're after. Come try us, you'll come back. So let me talk about why I want to do social media and also possibly radio. I'm quoting radio right now. It's extremely expensive. Number one reason radio is extremely expensive is because it still does work, even though it's a less demand for it. So they're just kind of, hey, you want this? You're gonna have to pay. But social media is one of the most beautiful things you can ever do. Social media is very simple when it comes to boosting, because basically, what do you have inside your hand every single day? Your phone. And also, let's be honest, Main Squeeze is a young, hip, and kind of cool concept. Kind of cool, very cool concept. So what does that mean? It means younger people are going to want to venture to our business. They're always on social media versus listening to radio in their car. They got their Pandora, they got their other stuff. They're not listening to it as much. So by me spending that much money on radio versus that much money on personal boost, where it's going to come into your pocket, your phone, I personally think social media is the absolute best choice when it comes to it on any business that I do. So another thing that we do in Sugarland, which is another one of my Main Squeeze businesses, is we actually sponsor a team called the Skeeters. And actually they're now the Space Cowboys. But basically it's a minor league baseball team. It's very cool, very nice. They sell about 150,000 tickets a year, and I'm on the back of those tickets for about $5,000. Now that $5,000 does give me a whole lot more stuff. Not really going to tell you about all that, but we just get a lot of value in that $5,000 to make it make sense. I'm going to be looking to see if Katy has something similar, which is a minor league baseball team or some kind of basketball team that has a great turnout. If not, we're still going to find something else, but I'll tell you what else we're going to do. We always like to be involved in our community. We're going to make sure we're sponsoring children's teams, things like that, things that we've done and what I've done my entire life in the dealership world. We're going to be bringing that to our small business of Main Squeeze Juice Company in Katy, Texas, and of course, all other locations. And then also just something that we're going to look into. It's another thing like radio. It's should I even do it? But maybe sending some flyers to some targeted areas where people are at the yoga studio or the neighborhoods surrounding right here, which they're literally everywhere. Houston is so crazy, so much opportunity, but we have to make sure that we actually get in front of people. Another thing that we're going to be doing for advertising: text blasts. We have an owner base here in Katy, Texas that's over 12,000 people strong. So that means I have 12,000 names, numbers, where I can send them out text messages. And of course they can opt out. But if I'm sending you a good special, you're about to opt in to come into my store. Can you hear me now? Oh, that's actually someone calling to tell you to comment, like, subscribe, and go away. I got stuff to do. Bye.